Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play the Dark mod. In the last episode, we completed the Chronicles of Skullduggery 1, retrieving the Amulet of Dreams from Lady Harrington's exhibits. We also took a few odds and ends from some of the people living in that walled-off district, which I thought originally might be a bit more well-to-do than others, and perhaps it is, but that says quite a bit more about what the other districts must look like compared to the district we were in prior. It still wasn't the best, but it was well patrolled. Still, we did it, and now we're going to start the Chronicles of Skullduggery 2, A Precarious Position. Let's go ahead and read the notes about this mission before we go ahead and get started. The sequel to Pearls and Swine is finally here. This time, we get to explore our own neighborhood of Brooksdale and take in the sights and smells. In this mission, similarly to Pearls and Swine, you're rewarded for exploring your environment thoroughly. Many of the buildings you will see are explorable. It is recommended that you play at a leisurely pace and keep your eyes open. For those looking for additional challenges, there are poster boards with side missions you can choose to complete. Those who wish to take it to the next level should give that neighborhood astronomer a visit. Thanks go out to, as usual, Spring Heel for the creation of the module sets that make up most of the building exteriors and interiors. Additional thanks to my beta testers, Amadeus, Goldwell, Cambridge Spy, Boiler's Hiss, Suave Steve, Taffer Boy, and Jedi Wannabe. An old acquaintance has hired you to hit the local watch station to see some incriminating evidence against him. Alright, so let's go ahead and see the intro video. A local Brooksdale alderman and childhood acquaintance of mine, Miles Harewell, happened upon me last night down at my local tavern. Apparently, he has to defend his position as the borough council this year, and suspects that his chief rival, Edric Shoreditch, has an ace up his sleeve. He mentioned damning evidence of dealings with various entities of dubious legality, as he put it. Sounds like Hightown speak for good old corruption. He needs any such evidence to disappear tonight, while he has an ironclad alibi, being invited to dinner together with Eldrick to a lord's manor. He also wants me to find some dirt on Eldrick to help turn the tables on him. Miles is a natural-born politician, but he is good news for my profession, so I think I'll have to forgive him that. Besides, with all that rampant corruption of his, I'm sure he can pay his way and then some. This Eldrick Shoreditch is the captain of the local city watch, and has made a name for himself by taking a hard stance on crime. Slipping into the city watch station and stealing indiscriminately won't be easy, but it might help undermine his approval, while also clearing Miles' name. Barging in through the front door is probably not a good idea. The front of the station is exposed and well lit, and Heritage Square, where it lies, is heavily guarded. Finding a more subtle point of entry may be necessary. Luckily, the watch station is surrounded by other buildings, so there should be other opportunities. Meanwhile, the hall for my last job in Clifton Grove is wearing thin, and the rent is due soon, so I'd better keep an eye out for things that could pad my pockets a bit. Running around on the rooftops north of my apartment might be precarious, but also profitable. On a risky job like this, you need all the time you can get, so I'd better get started. Okay, adept for us. Break into the watch station and steal the cache of evidence against Miles. Miles also needs you to find some incriminating evidence against Eldrick to shift the odds in his favor. The practical thief plans ahead for a rainy day. 2,000 of loot ought to keep you afloat. Killing is a sign of an amateur. Don't kill anyone. When all of your objectives are done, return to your apartment. Alright, let's purchase some gear. We are, as usual, starting with 16 arrows. Broadhead arrows, that we'll be able to use them for a whole lot of anything. 1 moss arrow. 3 water arrows. Do we get a flash bomb? We do, and a flash bomb. Okay, some decent stuff to start with. We also have 100 gold left over to spend on gear before we head out here. There's a gas arrow for sale for 75 gold if I want to say that the most of what I'm bringing with me will be all I really need. But I tend not to do that. What I mean by that is I think I want more basic supplies instead of giving 75 gold for a single gas arrow, even as useful as it will be. And it lets me effectively knock out a fourth person. Remember, trying to limit myself to 3 at most. Blackjacks for kills on a mission. I don't count gas equipment to that total. And by that, also by kills, I mean humans, living humans. Other things are fair game to eliminate. I would love a healing. Why are there 3 health potions for sale when we only have 100 gold? If I drop these, do I get the money for these back? I do not. That seems like a mistake. That seems like a mistake to me. Alright, so let's purchase some water arrows. At least 2 of them. And another moss arrow. That does leave me with 75 gold. 5 waters. 2 moss. I'll rely on running away. Not a gas arrow. So let's grab another moss. And 2 more waters. I hate not starting with a health potion, but I don't know if I'm going to spend 50 gold for the privilege of grabbing one of them. Although there is very little of anything else I think we'll need. This could help me if I do take a nasty fall. We're lucky to find health potions, though, in the game world. There's usually 1 or 2 in these missions. Let's grab a flash bomb, another one of them. We'll grab both noisemakers. And then do I want 3 more water arrows or another moss? I'll take another moss. Alright. Let's do it. Alright, everyone. Let's get started. Looks like we're beginning inside our room at the inn, or near it. Let's see. We've been keeping a journal. I remember this one being rather long, so get comfortable, viewer. Might be here a while. A Brooksdale Thief's Musings. The Parched Town, my neighborhood pub, is known for its affordable beverages more than its quaint location. What it lacks in beauty, it more than makes up for in clientele. Most of the independent jobs in Lower Brooksdale are negotiated there over a flagon of ale. I've been lucky enough to have scored an apartment right above it, though I have to be careful with the drink lest I fall trying to climb back up at the end of the night. I don't know my neighbors very well, though that may be for the better. In this part of town, you're likely to be shanked as you are to be greeted back. There's an old man across the hall that seems to be a bit of a cranky hermit, but relatively harmless. Above the tunnel connecting Periwinkle Court and Heritage Square lies an apartment that is a sort of crossroads of the thieves' highways that allows for the clandestine traversal of those who would rather not be seen. It connects Lower Brooksdale with the more affluent parts, which means hopeful prospectors in the early evening, and heavily laden lads before dawn passes through there. The owner of the place, Gerald, has seen the reality of the situation and now allows for free movement through the apartment. The Tender Rose is a house of ill repute located on Periwinkle Court. It caters to all levels of societal hierarchy in Brooksdale, from street thugs to aristocrat. The top floor seems to be reserved for more distinguished clients, and is probably the only part worth exploring should I be in the area and in need of a few extra coins. High above Periwinkle Court lives one Barnaby Rowland, known as a skilled merchant who trades in exotic goods. From what I've heard, the man commands much respect among the ruling class of Brooksdale and surrounding boroughs, despite his relative humble station. I find it peculiar that he also seems to be either feared or respected by the local gangs, as I've not heard of any attempts on his life or livelihood, despite living in a rough area. Yet I have never heard of any shady underhanded business practices through my criminal circles either. I feel I must investigate this enigma further on my own time, since I doubt I will be hired to hit the place anytime soon. The Brooksdale Shipping Company lies nestled in the far end of Scarlet Square, along the wall to Woodpine Cross. Interestingly, it also shares a wall with the City Watch Station. If I could find a way in, there might be a more subtle way to get into the watch there. By the sound of it, that might come in handy after talking to Miles this evening. Seems the watch had a break-in recently, and are going to be out in force to catch the culprit and beefing up security. The shipping company front door is a pretty exposed spot, so it might be risky to lockpick, but it's still may be my best bet, as walking through the front door of the City Watch would be incredibly risky. I've forgotten most of that already, because I had the memory of a goldfish. I think what I'm taking away from that is there's a brothel where the upfloor is the only place probably worth investigating. The only other interesting person in our apartment complex is an old man of a grumpy disposition. And there's someone who owns an apartment that the thieves use to travel to different areas of the city without being detected. And the gentleman has given up all hopes of stopping that from occurring, and now just allows free access to his home through the upper stories. We do not have any extra gear in our own chest. Charles Downer, 314. Attention Taffs. Please leave the damn light alone. I know you young skulkers have an aversion to lights in the night. I get it, because it's a territory. But please remember that not everyone's going to have eyes that not everyone has young eyes anymore. And I need to be able to find my damn keyhole when I come home in the night. There are no city watch patrolling these halls, so you've got nothing to be scared of. Instead, help an old man by leaving the damn lights alone. I already have to contend with the pitter-patter of feet above my head all night. Charleston 314. I am guessing Guy Badby. I'm guessing that these other apartments are as richly attired as our own, and probably not much worth taking. Oh, okay. We are also not playing Carbon. Why can't I remember his name when I need to say it out loud? Corbin. There we go. Corbin. What the heck? I guess we're not actually supposed to be playing Corbin, but I think we're going to pretend that we are. As this is another Chronicles of Skullduggery mission, and not the third in the series, remember that we are not allowed to kill anyone on this mission, given the difficulty we are playing it at. I am once again trying to limit myself to no more than 3 blackjacks in this mission. Parched Hound must be the tavern we had just read about. And I think that's where we got our mission, where the politician had contacted us. Terry's Taffin Tools. Open till midnight. Oh, Terry. Terry, I'm so sorry. I don't like stealing from fellow thieves, but you shouldn't have left a healing potion here, Terry. We didn't start with any, and they're 50 gold to purchase one in the dark mod. They don't heal very much either, which means I'm going to want one in case I fall. I apologize. I'd like to leave 35 gold for you someplace, but a different thief would probably just take that. Oh, the astrologers that we read about. This is an optional area. We're allowed to explore this room. But I thought there was some loot hidden here. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Player beware. Behind the top right cupboard door is a series of challenges the player may choose to partake in should they feel the need. It is recommended that the player save their game before reading any of the notes. Most of the challenges are meant to be extra content. Extra content for those replaying the mission. You have been forewarned. If you seek an extra challenge to the playthrough, go ahead and use the key to unlock the door. I didn't feel comfortable taking that last time, and I'm not good enough at the Dark mod to probably even attempt a challenge run. It's already pretty challenging with my little set of house rules in effect. Nicholas, I finally cracked it. The phasic perturbance in the orbital motion of Jupiter, which has vexed us for such a long time, is actually the doing of a massive moon. I saw it with my own very eyes this eve. It was only a glint, really, off the left side, but I did some calculations and it looks promising. I'm going to continue observing and come meet you when my calculations are complete. My goodness, the fonts in this game are very difficult to read, but I kind of like it since not everyone would have neat print. Which way is the way we are supposed to go? Because we want to go the other way. The Definitive Thief's Guide to Upper Brooksdale, 2nd edition, produced by Gary Goldfinger and Associates. Where are we? Okay, I see where we are. We're in the lower... My place is right there. Which means that's the Thief's Highway, which leads to most of the mission, and this is different. So let's go this way to start. That was interesting. Alright. Scores: Cyril 43, Urin 40, Orville 32, Sewell 37. Cyril wins, taking the prize of 30 gold. John, referee. 30 gold. 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 30 like they left any here either. I feel I must admit that I was the one who stole the paintings from Gerald's place that we all use as our highway. I feel bad about that after he has agreed to let us pass through, and they weren't worth anything anyway. I'm afraid I'm too emotional to go there at the moment, so I would like you to return the paintings for me. They are hidden behind a box in the alleyway behind his house, where his balcony is, out of the rain. I don't have much to offer, aside from a few spare water arrows that I will leave by the wooden fence behind you once you've placed his paintings on his desk on the top floor. A remorseful Taffer. Oh.
That was a nice bit of fun. Now I'm gonna piss on ya.
Oh my god, and he actually does it. I don't want to watch him do the act, but I would like to know where he goes. Wow. I can see he left a pouch of coins on him, so we'll take them, since they're not going to do him any good any longer. Proceedings of the Thieves' Council, October 5th. The man going by the name Slippery Sylvester shall henceforth be considered a pariah within the walls of Brooksdale. A court of his peers have found him guilty, in his absence, of stealing from the bloodied bulldogs. Spread the word that no man shall give him work or refuge under a penalty fine of 500 gold. The turf dispute between the Dastardly Daggers and the Shadow Cloaks regarding pilfering rights on Lang Street has been settled. The two champions fought to the death in front of the council, with the Shadow Cloaks fighter the victor. From now on, all criminal activities on Lang Street must have their blessing. It'd be interesting if we ever had to do something similar to that, I feel. Like if we had to actually go and talk with a member of the Thieves Guild in one of these games, maybe to make it easier for us to raid a place at the cost of some of the loot we would pick up. Oh. That's a brothel, based on the lavish drapes and coloring therein. Is this the something rose? And we start with a 15 gold goblet last Chronicles of Skullduggery. We start with one this time too. Pricey girls at the Tender Rose got you down? Would you like to feel the love of a woman's touch without giving up an arm and a leg? Then Agatha and Ackwell on Lang Street is your lady. Open all night. Prices starting at 10 gold. Come one, come all. I guess a rival note outside of the Tender Rose. I'm guessing that's what that is there. Yep, that's the Tender Rose. Okay. I do not know where Lang Street is. I guess it's not in this area of Brooksdale. Note from Terry. Sylvester. We read about a Sylvester up above at the job notice board. My deepest thanks for helping me with my little problem. Sorry to hear that your cover was blown. I heard what happened with the council. I appreciate your discretion on the matter and am in your debt. For now, I can offer you a few things that a man in your position might find helpful. I left them under an upturned cauldron on the parched town courtyard. When things calm down, I can compensate you in a more generous manner. Godspeed, young man. Terry. Sounds like he has risked his own life to help someone. It's noble. We will see what's been placed there. If it's a bunch of arrows, we can probably take one of them, but if it's anything else, I'm probably going to feel a little too guilty taking it, whatever it is. That was very lucky that we weren't in the room when the guard opened the door. Can come back there later if I need to. I don't mind stealing things like golden brushes and chalices, vases, goblets, what have you. But I wouldn't steal coins from the girls working at a brothel. It's a little, well, they're working for the money. You can keep their money too. So I'm guessing the cauldron is down there. Let's see if we can scooch down a bit. I don't think that guy's gonna mind seeing me. I'm guessing there's no guards down here either. Rough game of cards.
But it's getting a drink later.
Nah, man. Good evening. I can't do it. There's no reason not to. I don't think it matters whatsoever. There's no check in the next mission that cares if you took that loot. But I'm gonna let the thief keep the equipment given to him by the friend he helped, and not take it for my own needs. I had a good evening. Henry, remember to keep good track of our inventory here in the cellar. We want to stay well stocked for our nightly guests, the drunkards, blackguards, and street women who spend all their ill-gotten gains here. Keeping good track also means not drinking on the job. Do not let me find you down there in a stupor again. Not only is that stealing, it's also shirking your responsibility as barkeep. A part of me wonders what happens if we move him out of the cellar. But that means we have to knock him out. So we're not going to do that. I think we're allowed in here.
And he says a man's gotta eat. And I don't know.
I won't take all the money. We don't want this place closing up shop. Not that it would anyway, I think, from taking just a few coins. But we did take 2 bottles of expensive wine from them. So I won't want to rob them blind.
Someone else is going to have to do it, though I bet they won't.
But I says, that's the big rat. Yeah. Still radical.
Alright, not bad. First 20 minutes of this was really easy. Of course, we didn't have to sneak past anybody, so I guess it would be. I think this is the gentleman's the door to the gentleman's house whose thieves are using his home as a highway. That would mean that the paintings are down there. I probably don't have to do this. Really? Bo's still messed up. Gerald's stolen paintings. I don't know where the fence is that would have the water arrows. I'm guessing it's that right there. Oh, that was a really waste of a water arrow. There's... Unless the guard opens that door, no one walks through this area. Bridgeport Review. Daring heist of Harrington Manor. Hey, that's us! A fortnight ago, a daring heist was undertaken at Harrington Manor in Clifton Grove. The thief is presumed to be the steward, Percival, who disappeared shortly after the heist. He made away with the majority of the valuables in the manor, including some priceless relics that Madame Cordelia Harrington was collecting and displaying to her guests. She is declined to comment, but an inside source of the manor staff has said she is spending most of her time in the garden in silent contemplation. Luckily for Lady Harrington, she's no immediate financial threat due to the theft. How about that? And we did indeed drop the journal off as well to frame him. That's a nice touch because I don't think the game looks at that stuff to determine what it writes in these newspapers. String of murders vex authorities. Late Saturday night, the tavern known as the Scoundrel's Rest was beset upon by an unknown assailant who infiltrated the place in the deep of night, pilfering and murdering his way through the establishment, leaving at least 2 dead. One of the deceased, the owner Godfrey, was found dead in his chamber with the door locked from the inside. The Scoundrel's Rest will be shut until further notice. I get a feeling many of these are from other Thief Thief missions or maps that I have not yet played. Business Week, October 21. 5 water arrows and a flash bomb sold to Orville Church. Income, 120 gold. Really? He really fleeced that guy. 5 water arrows would be 25 gold. The flash bomb would be 25 more for 50 total. 2 noisemakers, 10 broadhead arrows sold to Terry. I hope he's not going to try and start up his own business to compete with me. I've heard rumors around the local tavern that he wants to make a name for himself as an outfitter. That would be Terry's up above. We stole the healing potion from him. Jobs. Sewell took up the job to hit the Tanners Guild. The documents requested were returned, along with loot worth around 500 gold. Okay, yep, so we are supposed to be Elias, not Corbin, but we'll pretend we're Corbin instead. Corbin took the job to hit Harrington Manor. Actual name Elias, but we're going with us. The amulet was received and delivered to the client, along with lots of loot. Oh. Oh my. One water arrow. He can keep the rest of his supplies at the moment, although I'm tempted to take that healing potion as well. I'm taking the healing potion as well. They're just too useful. And they're too expensive. You can keep his flash bomb and the other water arrows, though. I wonder if that's openable. Ah. This will be good timing to go through that building. We can come back for that one. Unless we can sneak along the edge here and reach that window. That's disgusting. I wonder if this is the same guard that was downstairs earlier or a different one. Looks the same, but he might be wearing the same outfit.
What might that be?
I don't need to rob him blind. That will hopefully be good enough. They might hear me up here in the attic. What is this? Oh, I remember this note. Nobody knows what's beyond the city wall. I'm telling you, Frank. You know Fieldstone Barrow, right? Do you really? We've all been there. But I bet you couldn't give directions to save your life. Nobody can. I'm telling you, Frank, something isn't right with this place. Just last night, I leaned out my window on my tippy toes and looked over the roof. Do you know what I saw? An inky abyss, that's what. Something very strange is going on. And another thing, Frank. When was the last time you remember something from the day? The daylight, the sun, anything? It's like we're living in perpetual night, I'm telling you. We should meet up and try to figure this out. Yours, Jay. A bit of a tongue-in-cheek, I suppose, bit of fun. Poking at the game. Wow, I would never have found that had I not just accidentally decided to right-click. Ah, because we unlocked the door. Or maybe not. That guard's now leaving the place to patrol back here. Interesting. Maybe it was a very good thing we darkened out that torch. We just got lucky. Ooh. Okay. Arguably, I know I should wait for him to leave this and come back again. But we're gonna go now. Ooh, sorry. Dear Taffers, I give up. You have all demonstrated in no uncertain terms that you do not intend to let any lock stop you from using our apartment as a thoroughfare into Periwinkle Street. I will no longer attempt to stop you. In a further attempt to sway you from rummaging through our belongings, from now on, all valuables will be deposited on the table on the left as you enter. There is no need to make a mess. Speaking of, I have one request to make. Do not lumber through my apartment if you have stepped in mud, horse dirt, or other foul substances, and for the builder's sake, use the mat to remove any dirt and dust. That's what it's there for. Oh, here's the stuff he says he possesses. He just has it out there, so this way if anyone wants it, they can just take it and leave him alone. Poor guy, man. That sucks. That's an interesting looking vial. Unfortunately for him, I'm gonna still look, but probably not take. Oh, anything from here? Look at this, everyone. He's got 3 golden goblets up there. So he's hiding things. I mean, I can't blame him. It does make me wonder if they count as secrets though. I want to check if they're secrets. They're not. Okay, we'll just take one. That sucks. That sucks so much. I'm so sorry, Geralt. I don't know what paths he takes. He was about to walk out of that one room. He's going to be hard for me to hear. Oh, please don't walk up to me.
And now they want to raise taxes again.
He has mats on the other side of the doors. That's interesting. Although it does hint as to which ones you can open. I guess they're frequently traveled. Have some damned respect. How would you like if you opened your home to a stranger and they proceeded to empty their bowels into your loo like a horse and plug the damn piping? And on top of that, they prepared by eating the most repugnant, stinky, cabbage-ridden mess of a meal to make sure it makes even the builder's beard curl up in high heaven. A little common decency is all I ask. Don't make me call down the blacksmith to put a lock on my own bathroom. Geralt, you know, the one who actually lives here. I don't remember if you can let Geralt see you or not. I'm assuming, though, it's a no. Oh, clever. 2 gold rings hidden behind the picture. He can keep his rings. His wife or daughter's in there. Geralt's instruction. Actually, if he... We're gonna... Sorry, sir. I'm gonna put out this light so I have a place to hide. Maid. Here is a list of dusty places that need to be cleaned. The door frame on the upper floor. The bookshelves in the living room, specifically by the fireplace. The end table overlooking Periwinkle Court. The kitchen cupboards, especially the one with the glasses. Above the bed in the master bedroom. In my daughter's clothes cabinet. I guess the maid might be in that room then. 28th September. My house is a shadow of its former glory since this influx of taffers. What good is a large house in the center of town when you have to share it with every blackguard on the street? They even stole my worthless paintings off my walls. The nerve! I have managed to find a few hidden places where my valuables have been left alone so far. I'll take any small victory I can over these staffers, though I am afraid I will forget where they are if I don't write it down. I already lost one heirloom, or did they get stolen? Oh, I now think I have come up with a clever and inconspicuous way to remind myself. So he's titled it for the maid. The door frame, so there must be right there. That must be the end table overlooking Periwinkle Street that has the rings on it. Okay. We could take all his secrets, but I feel bad for the guy. We will probably have to take some, because again, we need 2,000 loot. But I will attempt to not do so. So that's his daughter's bedroom. We didn't try that window. Can we go out that window? We cannot, okay. Nor that one. Oh, right, we have the paintings to drop off still. Another fake book. Looks like an emerald and a bar of gold there. Nothing stops a different thief from, of course, breaking in here and taking all these things, but I feel so bad for the poor guy. Who would have guessed that the best defense against a thief taking everything, when Tim is that thief, is just a sob story and a sad letter?
Was that like that before?
One of these might be his maid, and the other his daughter. I'd be more disturbed by people walking through rooms where my wife or daughter is located.
Fraud dogs, that was.
Okay. Everyone, I'm thinking we're going to be knocking out a guard.
You should wear layers on nights like this.
I remember this place being frequented by 3 guards, at least 3. We have a guard I think who's always on patrol in here. Yeah, here comes another. And it would be far easier for us
Too lazy. That's the problem. Doesn't anyone do an honest day's work anymore?
to move around here with less guards active.
What a bugger.
Let's stay here just a bit and listen and watch for guards to see. Maybe I'm wrong and we can actually do this without worry.
Bollocks.
That'd be
Not
a
again.
good spot to knock him out. I'm expecting to knock one guard out in the street, one guard out in the police department. And a third for a difficult other guard to sneak past. That's a different guard than the one we just saw here in the market. He's got a hood on. I really don't like I can't see my weapons, everyone. I don't understand why this is still happening. But I do have my blackjack drawn. My plan will be to knock this guy out when he walks back into there to stare at the hats.
Smells like pig filth in here.
Yeah, there are. Sounds like there's looks like there's 4 guards who come in here, though not all of them walk directly in. He's walking around the market. One walks down those stairs. One walks through that, up to that entryway, and another leaves that building. I think the building might be the city watch station.
Deadly boring.
Sorry, Baldwin, but you should be safe there and out of the way. We'll find out right now. Good. Amelia's apparel. Heritage Square. There's no way we're going to be able to read that note, unfortunately. Well, I guess if I put the torch out, we could. Oh, we should go and get the arrows that we've earned. They'd be back on the other side, though, of Terry's place? Another health potion. Oh, now I feel kind of bad. Can I drop one of them? I can. Then we can return one.
She's not going to be happy about this. That's for sure.
She won't be. Oh, Tim, you are very lucky that he didn't just run at you, and I mean lucky. He should have seen me. Drawn his weapon and attack. He may actually be staring for me right now. Welcome to the Happy Flower Bakery. Leave your sorrows at the door and enjoy a sweet delight, or perhaps a leavened loaf baked in-house with only the best ingredients. Perhaps you wish to revel in the morning bustle of the market with tea and crumpets at our outdoor breakfast service from sunup until noon. Please don't hesitate to let us know what your heart desires. We are here to serve. Oh. $2,000 gold. $2,000 means I need to steal from this shop. There's the cash box. Secret glass of wine. I'm gonna hope that she didn't even realize it was there. I don't have the heart to take anything from the cash box. Just take that. And that will be enough, I hope. Oh, Tim. Okay, not allowed to put the candles there. I almost ran down that alley.
These things are pretty quiet tonight.
We know the guard walks down here, so we can't stay here for too long. Reward of 1,500 gold. For information that leads to the capture or death of one Orville Church, wanted for grand larceny, impersonating an officer of the law, and appropriation of government property. Orville is a known associate of the street gang known as the Bloodied Bulldogs here in Brooksdale. He's purportedly 5 foot 10 inches medium build and fair to mottled skin. Only ever seen in black clothing with a hood. Oh, okay. This is a safe house. That must be the back of the police station. Yes, yep. Or an inside courtyard for them. They have a stables over there. That might be the way we get in. I'll have to check next episode if there's a way back up here from there. Everyone, speaking of which, we're just about out of time, only 3 minutes left. Journal of John Murdoch, 3rd October. May the builder have mercy. The crime in this part of town is nigh unbearable. Just a few days ago, there was even a break-in at the city watch right across the street from us. Unbelievable. They are now on high alert and have increased patrols, which is certainly a good thing, although it doesn't satisfy my concerns entirely. My oaf of a neighbor, Gerald, seems to get most of the thieves and blackguards going through his place. They are not welcome here, which is why I have decided to hire Robert to patrol our house at night. Not cheap, but worth it. Is it? Is it worth it? He just made off with some of your stuff. Oh my god, I didn't even see him. I mean, I did obviously see him because I reacted, but I hadn't seen him before I made the statement that I saw him.
She's not going to be happy about this, that's for sure.
Okay, guys, let's stop here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.